Now, we come to the grand finale of our show where you very possibly will beat us to within an inch of our lives. But here's the thing. I've been thinking about this, you know, and I mean, back in the day, back in, say, the 1800s, you know, if you had a problem with the guy in the White House, you wouldn't blow up a building full of innocent people working. You go and you burn down the White House, which is what we did. You might not know this because they don't really point it out in any of your history books, but in 1812, America tried to annex Canada. They thought, it'll take a week, we'll go up there, we'll annex the place, you know. It'll be nice, we'll have both sides of the Niagara Falls, and it'll be sweet. And, we kicked your asses like you wouldn't believe. Bear in mind, we did this in the name of the Queen, keeping democracy out of Canada. So we're all very proud of that. But it did inspire us to write a little song about the War of 1812, and we've never done it in the States. We don't know. But we figure Seattle's the only place we could possibly survive. So, yeah, here it is.
Oh, come back, proud Americans, to before there was no TV, no basketball, no hockey, no BCTHC.
Sweet Jesus, no!
In 1812, Madison was mad. He was your president, you know. Well, he thought he'd tell us Canadians where we ought to go. He thought he'd invade Canada. Well, he thought that he was tough. Instead, we went to Washington and burned down all this stuff to the White House. Burn, burn, burn. And we went to get it. It burned, burned, burned. While the president ran and cried. It burned, burned, burned. And things were very historical. And the government ran and cried like a bunch of little babies. Wah, wah, wah. And the War of 1812. Now some hillbillies from Kentucky, dressed in green and red, they left home to fight for Canada, but they returned home dead. It's the only war you Yankees lost, or except for Vietnam. Right, and there was that whole thing in Somalia. Oh, and the Bay of Ham. Right. The loser was America, the winner was ourselves. So join right in and float about a war of 1812 when the White House burned, burned, burned. And here's the ones that did it. It burned, burned, burned. While the president ran and cried. It burned, burned, burned. And things were very historical. And the government ran and cried like a bunch of little babies. Wah, wah, wah. In the War of 1812. In 1812, we were just sitting around, minding our own business, putting crops into the ground. Well, we heard the soldiers coming, and we didn't like that sound, so we took a boat to Washington and burned it to the ground. Oh, we fired our guns, but the Yankees kept it coming. There wasn't quite as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more, and the Yankees started running down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Whoa, 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 whoa. They ran so fast they forgot to take their culture back to America. So, you'd better stop invading stuff. Calm down. Cheer up. Be nice. Or we'll take a trip to Washington and burn the White House twice in the White House. Burn, burn, burn. But the Americans won't admit it. Everybody get mad, June 12.